Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory podcast with Tad and Will covering all things football. I did something really funny before the episode. Yeah, Chargers win 34-27. Yeah, we're talking about it Sunday Night Football. Yeah, so let's just get to the brass tacks of the storyline here. The Chargers had a 27-6 lead. Joe Burrow with he's like, I'm not giving up. I mean, you go for it on 4th and 2. You get a bomb to T. Higgins. I mean, you make it a football game going into the 4th quarter. I mean, you even get this thing tied up. What happened after that, in your opinion, Tad, for the Bengals?
Yeah, man. I mean, the Bengals, they gave themselves all sorts of chances. Joe Burrow just drives them up and down the field, and then you missed the 2 clutch field goals that would have given you the lead. And that moment, that really just flipped the momentum. You get a chance to take the lead. You miss the field goal. Your defense gets a stop. They get you the ball back. Joe Burrow drives you back down the field again. Gives
you got guys like DeMar Chase.
You get your kicker a chance to give yourself the lead again, and the same result. Just an unfortunate game for Evan McPherson with the 2 big misses, and then, of course, Justin Herbert and J.K. Dobbins. They do the thing. Dobbins, the game-winning touchdown there.
Just collapsed by the Bengals defense at the very end. I mean, even Joe Burrow at the very end, that Hail Mary, he chucks the Hail Mary with like 3 seconds left. I commend and I respect Joe Burrow's resiliency as an NFL quarterback and as a starter, but he does not have the supporting cast to help him execute these wins. And I mean, this was a game. This was a game that the Bengals had no business coming back in. And because you have Mr. Joe Burrow, we talked about competitors. We talked about hard-nosed, grind-nosed type of guys. Joe Burrow is the definition of that. He said, man, I'm not giving up till the final whistle. I mean, he proved that. So,
it's just remarkable how the Bengals just keep finding ways to mess these games up. Like, you look at the last few losses for the Bengals. This week, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 356 weeks. You lose by 7 to the Chargers. Last week, 428 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. You lose by 1 to the Ravens. I mean, then you look at the Philly game, 234 yards, a touchdown, and interception. All right, that's a mid-tier game. Then the last loss, the Ravens, 392 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. You lose that game. They just keep losing games where Joe Burrow does phenomenal. They've lost 4 games this year where he has 4 more touchdowns than interceptions and over 300 yards. I mean, it's just remarkable the ways that the Bengals continue to let down Joe Burrow.
Seriously. I couldn't have said that better myself, to be honest with you, but
it's just unfortunate to see. And I mean, Joe Burrow's having a career season, and it's going to get completely lost in history because of the way the Cincinnati Bengals have played around him.
Oh, absolutely. But nonetheless, the Chargers, 7-3 now, making a really good, strong case for them to be a strong contending AFC team here.
Sure.
J.K. Dobbins, like you said, he does the thing. So, remarkable comeback story for the career of J.K. Dobbins and what he's been able to do with the Chargers.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd say that at this point in the season, J.K. Dobbins is a strong favorite for comeback player of the year in the NFL. He's, like you said, remarkable story there.
And then, of course,
remarkable.
And then, of course, Ladd McConkey, 6 catches, 123 yards there. What's your take on Ladd McConkey?
I think Ladd McConkey is a very underrated rookie receiver. He didn't get a lot of hype going into the draft, but he saw an opportunity here with the Chargers with guys like Keenan Allen, Mike Williams leaving, and now he's turning himself into one of the better receivers out of the draft, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, Quentin Johnson, Will Dissly, big catches there. Even some of the guys on the defensive side of the football for LA, Dawan Henley, Tupatulu, Molden, Puna Ford. So this is a Chargers defense. I mean, this just goes to show you that having the right head coach can make all the difference in the world. Because a year ago, this looked like a totally different team.
Yes, they've definitely built well. They've executed well. They've run good plays, and now just look at them sort of just sneaking around in the AFC. Not a lot of people are talking about the Chargers as a team that could make the run. I mean, at this point, they're only 2 games behind Kansas City in the division.
Well,
I mean,
well, I'll tell you this, sir. They have a really good chance to put themselves on the NFL map next week on Monday Night Football when they host the Baltimore Ravens. They win that game. They win that game. You know, just I mean, watch out for the Chargers in the AFC for sure.
yeah, that's definitely a respect game. If you win that game, you start getting a lot more respect in the NFL world. I mean, regardless of the result, they built themselves a very quality story. But you win this game, I feel like that raises your level.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the Cincinnati Bengals, a very much needed bye. So there's that. Chargers win 34-27 on Sunday Night Football. Did you have any other final thoughts or takes on this game, sir? Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow all season long. Tad and Will covering all 32 teams.